Oh, NCAA March Madness fans, Selection Sunday finally was here after 2 years of no Selection Sunday. Wichita State fans, we can all relax, we can breathe. Wichita State gets in as one of the last teams in, actually, the first four. They were the second to last team to get in. They will be facing the good old Missouri Valley Conference enemy Drake on Thursday night. Of course, Drake missing their two starters, so this will kind of be an advantage to Wichita State. Although Drake might get one of their starters back, we still don't know yet. Syracuse got in somehow because it's Jim Boeheim. Utah State got in as a last four bye, which I'm not trying to be biased, but I believe Wichita State should have got the last four bye over Utah State. But hey, I'm just glad Wichita State's in. We get to watch basketball Thursday night. The first four, instead of on Tuesday and Wednesday, I believe is on
Thursday and Friday.
Yeah, Thursday, Friday this year. And then I think Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday is the first and second round. So it's kind of an odd year how they're doing it. I don't know why they're doing it like that. But hey, that's fine. Fine with me as long as we get basketball this year.
You know, it's an odd year because of the COVID restrictions and the whole entire tournament being in Indianapolis. Sucks for the city of Wichita, Kansas, because we were first two rounds of the season. Like you said, I'm glad we have a tournament. Wichita State's in, and I'm ready to call out some doubters on Shocker Unfiltered right now.
Hey, and you get to watch the game Thursday night on that big TV you just bought.
Yes, I did. I got that big old.
There it is.
70-inch TV just in time.
Party at Armand's house Thursday night. Party at Armand's house.
Tournament. Hell yes. Party at my house, mofos.
Hey, before you call everybody out, I'm just going to throw this out there. Number one, my heart was never troubled. Okay, never troubled that Wichita State would not make it. I knew they would. And what's funny to me is so many people were like, well, their RPI is like 75 and their strength of schedule was blah, blah, blah. But you know what? The point of the matter is in a pandemic year where teams cannot control who's canceled and then the rescheduling of all that, you cannot look at those little itty-bitty factors like you did before. And you just can't. So the conference champion for the regular season, as well as in the tournament, okay, is what holds weight. And since Wichita State was able to win their conference, guess what? They were going in no matter what. You could have said, do they deserve an 11 seed or 8, 9, whatever? Doesn't matter. You guys are in. I knew you'd be in. And you know what? 11's fine. I thought maybe a 9 or 10. Believe it or not, but hey, you guys get Drake, and I believe you guys will beat Drake, and then you'll get, USC, and hopefully we can get to that matchup with KU. Yeah. But yeah, it's just shocking to me how many people are like trying to put these little factors in on top of everything else, especially in this type of year, and you can't do it.
Yeah, I want to get to one thing before Armand goes on his rampage about Wichita State fans, but I want to get to some sore loser ass, excuse my language, Memphis Tigers fans. I've had 2 Memphis Tigers fans on Twitter say that this is undeserved from Wichita State. First of all, we didn't have 9 or 10 games canceled because of our COVID issues. 9 or 10 games were canceled because of SMU, because of your team, Memphis, because of East Carolina, who couldn't keep their crap together. And Isaac Brown called Penny Hardaway, or the commissioner called Penny Hardaway, to try to get Memphis to come into Koch Arena 1 week ago. And what did Penny Hardaway say? He said no. So that is on Memphis right there. I don't even want to hear about Memphis getting hosed and Wichita State getting in, because you guys had a chance to build your resume and you didn't want to do it.
Exactly. And that's why I don't really have much respect for Penny Hardaway or Memphis anymore. And it's not to say that they couldn't beat you guys or vice versa. It's just you're not willing to help your own conference out because when it comes March time, you want as many as you want from your conference to be able to go to the NCAA tournament. And, Memphis is definitely the talk about there, as well as Houston. But you know what? You weren't willing to help your fellow, conference team out. And that just, that rubs me the wrong way. And I have no dog in this fight because you all know I'm an Arizona Wildcat fan and bandwagon Wichita State fan. But honestly, I just found that to be absolutely pathetic on Penny Hardaway's part and Memphis. There's my little 2 cents.
Memphis only has to blame but themselves for not making the trip to Wichita State. It would have benefited both our teams, especially you, Memphis, of playing the Wichita State Shockers. It is time for me to go Stephen A. Smith and call out a couple of Shocker fans. First of all, Clifton Scholl, whatever, NIT my ass. Give Isaac Brown and this crew some credit. Isaac Brown took over this team 2 weeks. Actually, matter of fact, 1 week before the season start. And you talking about, how embarrassing the South Florida win. How embarrassing whatever. We going to go to the NIT. May I remind you fans, this is March. It is survive and advance. I will take an ugly win over a pretty loss.
Yep.
I remember a pretty loss back in 2013 against Kentucky. One of the best games in NCAA tournament history by a lot of the NCAA writers.
Hey, that was 2014. That loss to Kentucky.
No,
The final four.
Yeah, the 14. Yeah, my bad. Yes. But as a college basketball fan, it's one of the best college basketball games of all time in NCAA history. We lost. I would take a 40-39 victory over Kentucky other than a loss. And this fool right here, Austin Gibson, I hope he's not related to Chase Gibson, saying that we're off in the Missouri Valley. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We're better off in the Missouri Valley? Are you kidding me? You're robbing out the Missouri Valley, for God's sakes.
Hey, man.
If we had this record in the Missouri Valley, we're going to the dang on NIT. Don't tell me that we're better off in the Missouri Valley.
Hey, Armand, I think you could go undefeated in the Missouri Valley and still not make the NCAA tournament.
Absolutely. There's a reason why we switched from the Valley to the American.
Exactly.
We 30-4 and had a 10th seed 4 or 5 years ago.
Yep.
Break.
Exactly.
Shocker fans, come on now.
Hey, can I just add to that? I would take a down year in the Power 5, 6 conferences over joining the Missouri Valley any day of the week. Whether they're up, down, sideways, I don't care. That Missouri Valley is trash.
Yes, it is.
It's garbage.
Drake
There's
and
a reason
Drake
why
and
we're not in there anymore. Straight
Yep.
garbage.
Drake and Loyola in that conference.
Exactly. Drake and Loyola. I tell you what, Loyola's a sleeper Final Four team. I watched.
Well, and how in the hell, at them being 27-4, did they get an 8 seed instead of a 5 or 6?
Absolutely.
I'm sorry.
When you're in the Valley Conference.
I'm sorry, but Illinois better watch out.
Yeah.
I agree.
They better not sleep on Loyola.
No, especially is Sister Jane still alive? That nun?
Yes.
No, I think she's passed.
Oh, did she?
So,
Well,
Here is one upset. Here, guess this. What's the one upset? Actually, I told you guys earlier today after the bracket was revealed. There's one 12-5 upset that will happen because the number 5 seed star player is out.
Who's that?
Greg Marshall's former team.
Winthrop.
Over Villanova. I'm
I
telling
can
you
see
right
that
now,
happening.
They will
I
beat
can see
Villanova.
that.
Yeah, because
However, I did get Nova in that deal, but I can see that happen.
Gillespie is out for Villanova. They've shown they cannot score without him. And Winthrop's got a high-powered offense and a damn good defense. That's a
Well,
scary.
and there's always a 5-12 upset.
Yeah, my 5-12 upset right now. Forgive me, Tad Boyle, but
Georgetown, yeah.
on a dang on roll right now, and that's a tough matchup for Colorado.
Now,
And that's 12-5 seed right there.
Is it me or did a 13-10 Turgeon team get so overrated? A 10 seed. I believe they were 14-11 or 14-12, something like
Here's
that.
the thing about my friend Turgeon. They were 16-13, yes. And actually, I have them picked to beat UConn.
Hey, it could. Yeah, I haven't picked to beat UConn.
Seed right now.
Yeah,
But as a 10 seed, I don't think they're a 10 seed right now. I think they're maybe 11 or 12. I have a kinship and loyalty to Turgeon. I'm glad they're in. But as a 10 seed, I think they may have been overseeded with the overrated Big 10 as well as the overrated Big 12.
Now,
I did pick a Big 12 to win a championship.
Yeah, I do believe Oklahoma State and West Virginia should have been flip-flopped. I think Oklahoma State earned that 3 seed. West Virginia fell to that 4 because they struggled late in the season.
I would agree with that. Mm-hmm.
And now I don't like Jim Boeheim. Yes, Syracuse shouldn't have got in. But remember, this happened 3 years ago. People thought Syracuse should not have got in, and I believe they made it to the Elite Eight because they were one of the play-in games that year.
Mm-hmm.
And Jim Boeheim took that. Jim Boeheim is a postseason coach. And Tom Izzo. Those are 2 postseason coaches that know how to coach in the postseason, regardless of how bad that team is.
Homeboy can coach, and I thought Jim Boeheim was supposed to retire like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Let's hang on right now. And speaking of falling off the couch results, Michigan State, UCLA as a playing game.
Yeah.
What the hell? What the hell is that about?
Why didn't they put Utah State or something? Utah State gets to buy over those 2?
Baloney.
Yeah.
I feel bad for BYU facing the winner of those 2.
Now, here's one sleeper I will say is St. Bonaventure. Michigan, if St. Bonaventure beats LSU, they better watch out. I've seen that team play. They got a hell of a backcourt, and they got a hell of a big man down low.
I heard the Bonnies winning that first-round matchup. I know Michigan's tough. I do have Michigan beating St. Bonaventure, but St. Bonaventure is a pretty dang on good squad. And I got them beating the Louisiana State Tigers. First time in a tournament since 1993 is when one Shaquille O'Neal.
Yeah. Now,
hey,
here's a trivia. Oh, go ahead.
Real quick. That injury for Michigan, Livers.
Yeah, he should be.
Yeah,
back.
that's huge.
Is he back for the year?
What's up?
Is he out for the year?
He has a stress fracture in his foot. So I don't know how long he'll be out. I don't know if he can make it, but whether he makes it or not, I mean, it's a big loss.
Let's think about this. 1 year ago today, I heard this today from Kevin Brown in the AAC championship game. Bryce Drew was sitting next to Kevin Brown commentating the AAC championship game. 1 year later, he has taken Grand Canyon to their first ever NCAA tournament. And who's on that team? Who's
Midgard, hey, Midgard, what's up?
Averaging 15 points, 11 rebounds. So Grand Canyon, I can't remember if they're 15 seed.
Yep.
Against Iowa.
I mean, that's a tough matchup for Grand Canyon. But hey, Midgard, him and Garza, that'll be fun to watch.
It will be fun because as long.
I was Midgard, man. I hated to see him transfer.
But you know what? He belongs in that conference. I mean, he did.
Absolutely.
That conference.
Absolutely, he does.
I've always thought as long as you had a big man who was decent, and it's all up to guard play, as long as you had a big man to help neutralize inside, I'd always thought teams had a fighting chance.
Right. It's all about guard play in the league.
Yep. It really, truly is.
If Wichita State can make their shots on like down the stretch against Cincinnati. You know, I trust Gilbert a lot. And you know what? Hey, I have Wichita State in the Elite Eight. I don't care what the haters say.
You know what? I thought that shot was going
Drake.
in. That ball was halfway down.
That ball was in and it went out. Oh my gosh!
I thought that thing was in.
And I think they'll beat USC. They'll beat Drake. They'll beat USC. And yes, they will beat KU because Wichita State owns the University of Kansas in the NCAA tournament. I don't care if it's spaced out 30 years.
Hey, just remember, last time we played
in the damn tournament.
Last time we played in the first four, we had to play the sweaty Sean Miller. We all know how that game went.
Exactly. Took out Vanderbilt. Say Sean Miller.
Hey, Adam, we know you're
beat the dang on you, but Rodriguez made a redunculous, bank shot of a layup.
Yeah.
Former K-State transfer, for God's sakes.
Hey, Adam, what do you give your alma mater chance of beating Texas? 14 seed over a 3 seed, Abilene Christian.
Hey, anything's possible, but I'm not holding my breath.
I think that's the 14 over 3 seed I have as an upset. I mean, I didn't pick Abilene, but I think that's probably the best chance of an upset for a 14 seed.
Probably the best chance. I am not. Hey, it's Texas. They'll find a way to choke.
And Eastern Washington could beat KU. We know how KU struggles.
Yeah, and Eastern Washington looked pretty decent in their tournament game. Mm-hmm. So I'm not saying they'll win.
I mean, we've had a Bucknell, who I believe was a 13 seed that year. Bradley was a
12. No, 13.
13, and then Bucknell. Yeah, Bucknell, Bradley, SIU. Well, they beat SIU. Northern Iowa was. Well, I guess Northern Iowa was an 8 seed that year.
Right.
But
Feroce, baby! Woo! With the clutch.
All right.
One against one of the best Kansas teams Bill Self has had.
Yeah. Now let's get to our national champion picks. One bracket I got Illinois, the other bracket I had to go Michigan, so I went Big Ten with this one. Those are just two damn good teams right now. And Juwan Howard to get Coach of the Year.
That's right. One, my bracket I have filled out. I have Gonzaga, Michigan, Baylor, and I may be a homer. I picked Houston. Don't sleep on Houston.
Nope.
Don't sleep on them right now. They got a nice little path. The only challenge they will have is Illinois. I like Houston and Kelvin Sampson. I like Houston in the Final Four. But I think Baylor and Gonzaga are the two best teams right now in the NCAA, and they've been the best two teams for the past month or 2 months. I got Baylor winning it all. I know it's a Big 12. I know they're overrated, but Gonzaga will be a good story. The first undefeated team since Bobby Knight's 1976 Indiana squad to go undefeated, even though they should.
I was not impressed with that West Coast Conference this year. I just think Gonzaga really didn't play much talent besides BYU in that conference.
Which is better, West Coast Conference or the Missouri Valley?
West Coast. I'll take that.
Right, exactly. They're mirror images of each other.
Yeah. St. Mary's. They used to be an NCAA team.
BYU elevates that conference a lot more. It complements Gonzaga having BYU there. So Gonzaga, feel free to join the American Conference if you want. I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm. Come on down. I'm all for it. Because that conference is a joke. Especially now. St. Mary's has gone so far downhill, it's not even funny. BYU's barely hanging on. And who does that leave? Boise State Pacific and some other random credo team?
Oh, hey,
Boise State's in the Mountain West.
I forgot to give credit to Hartford. I forgot what their mascot is. But Hartford, their first time ever, too. And that coach was emotional, man.
Yeah. Hey, I forgot. Hey, can we just real quick give credit to Dick Vitale for saying Oregon's in the Big 12?
Yes, I saw that tweet.
I mean,
oh.
I just Don't get me started with that, dude.
This is why Doves cry, Big Vitale. Oregon moving to the Big 12. Hey, are you breaking some actually news for us?
Yeah, I'm kind of curious on that one. They'll never leave the Pac-12. Sorry. And there's no way they're going to the Big 12. Nope.
No.
All right, y'all.
So
Gave me the goosebumps right here. Y'all ready?
What's that? Is that Wichita State right there? Yeah.
Give me the goosebumps, baby.
Yeah, my
Coach
Shockers.
Coach Isaac Brown went crazy, standing on a chair.
Yep.
Talk about COVID Central, though. I hope nobody gets tested positive.
They got masks.
Tyson Etienne running around the room like a little kid.
Yeah.
That's,
I'm excited. I'm excited
Yeah.
for this tournament. So we'll see what happens.
man, that's great to see. You know what? I will still make a case for Isaac Brown being National Coach of the Year. You take a program that lost 9 players to transfer a week before your season starts. You take 7th in the American Conference, not only to persevere, but you win the regular season. And like what Adam said, there has to be credence. There has to be, some credit for winning the conference regular season when you're Power 5. I'm going to say a Power 6 conference in NCAA, basketball.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, this year alone, you got to give it pretty much to all the conference champions,
Well, and that's
both regular season and tourneys.
just like they did it back in the day before there was tournaments. Regular season,
Correct.
you got the automatic bid, but I mean, time changes. Now there's conference tournaments, but hey.
Yep.
So.
Well, I got to go, boys.
Yep.
Good show. Wichita State. And again, I was one of the ones to say, let not your heart be troubled. They get it.
Yeah, you're right. You're the Messiah right now, Adam. You're the Messiah.
Way to keep.
Wouldn't go that far, but you know what? I'll take it.
Hey, now go fill out your bracket since I have to pay for you now because we made that deal.
All right, deal. All right, see you, boys.
All right, guys, that's gonna do it for our show tonight. March Madness is here. Hallelujah! We got a March Madness this year. It's not a March Sadness. Thank God.
Oh, exactly.
Last year was the longest March ever.
It was this time a year ago when things just fell apart. Everything. The conference championships, NCAA tournament just fell victim, and basically not only sports but the world stopped during this time last year. And we all work for the school district, and all of a sudden we get that call like, "Hey, we're back until August." I'm like, "Are you serious right now?"
Oh,
I'm like, I can't believe that.
We were all saying see you in a couple of weeks, and we didn't realize it'd be 4 months.
Right. So I'm happy we're going to have a tournament right here. We're going to have
up. I'm not going to sleep tournament. Wichita State's in. So
yes, which tournament? We're going to have some spring training. We're going to have a baseball season starts on time. And for my Wichita Wind Surge fans, yes, I did get season tickets this year. We're going to be opening it up in May.
There we go.
Let's go. Vaccine. If you want things to go back to normal, get your damn vaccine.
Exactly. I get my second one on Friday.
Me too.
There we go. All right. If you like the video, go ahead and like the video. Subscribe to our channel. We need those subscribers out there. And go ahead and comment underneath. National champion. If you guys want to comment who you think will win, go ahead and comment down below. We will see you guys probably next week with the second round post game.
Absolutely. Go Shockers. Forget you haters. Go root for KU or K-State.
There you go.